believe we are live. Please give me a moment. I'll make sure everything is working fine and we shall get started. Okay, everything seems to be working. Let's go. My name is Uzair and welcome to today's YouTube live stream. Every weekday at on Tuesdays and Fridays, I go live at this time at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the UK, where I go through workflows, teach you some cool new stuff about Google Ads mainly, and answer any questions you may have, which you can then put them up on the description box or around the video. This is being streamed live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. And I can see some comments coming through. Danish, yes, thank you for your message. I should get all these comments from all these channels, but sometimes, the technology doesn't work as well as it should. So if I don't answer your questions, then I apologize. But if you're on YouTube and you're watching this live, then for sure I will see your questions and comments, and I'll try to answer each and every one of those before we log off. So the sessions are around 30 to 35 minutes long, and today it is all about Q&As, the questions which have been sent to me in the past few days, and there are some very interesting ones which I would like to get started with. So let's bring up our questions on the screen. Now, if you're new here, what I'll do is I'll go through all the questions first, and then at the end, I'm going to answer any questions you may have put up on, and I'll bring them up on the screen as well. If you want to learn more Google Ads, we've also got a free Facebook group over here on the screen, and also a masterclass which shows you some very advanced and sophisticated workflows and automations. Okay, so let's get started. I'll go to the first question. And the question is Google Ads only search ads? Not at all. Google is more than the Google page. So what search ads mean is when you go to Google and you see the 4 ads at the top, those are what we call the Google is much more than search. It has got video, which is on YouTube. Every time you go to YouTube, you see a pre-roll video which comes up before the actual video is placed, which we call the in-stream or the skippable ads. And the skip ad button pops up after 5 seconds. So those ads pop up. You will also see a banner along the bottom half of the video. Those are the display ads as well. You will see on the Google page, when you search something on YouTube, you will see ads on the top of YouTube. So those are ads over there. So we've got YouTube, which is the second highest, second biggest, I should say, search engine in the world after Google. And if you don't know, Google owns YouTube as well. So YouTube ads are run through Google Ads. So they're not separate, they're all in the same interface. Then we have Gmail. Over, I think, 3 billion users are using Gmail. And you can put your message in front of the right audience on Gmail. Then you have GDN, which is the Google Display Network. When you go to websites like ESPN, New York Times, or any blogs where Google can place ads, you'll see ads over there. It's one of the biggest advertising network in the world. And there, if you're not using GDN, YouTube, Gmail, you're missing out big time, because search is only a fraction of what Google is. So we've got GDN, then we've got um, shopping ads, which you see with the images along the top of the Google page. Shopping ads are mostly for e-commerce stores. If you're selling something online, you can leverage the power of shopping ads to put your products in front of your target audience. So there's loads and loads of ways where you can place your ads in front of Google. So don't just go on the search network only. Have a strategy where you are targeting your ads on all these channels, because you got to have a multi-touch marketing campaign going. It's not a case of somebody sees your ads, clicks on it, comes to the website and converts. They're going to come to your website, then they're going to go to your competitors one, then they're going to go to social, then they'll search again, then they'll go all over the internet to find that perfect or the right product or the service, and then they're going to convert. Going back a few years, we used to say it needs 7 to 8 touch points before a person converts. Nowadays, it's more like 30 to 35 touch points before somebody converts. So if you're missing out on video, Gmail, GDN, and shopping, then you're missing out big time. And there's some more other uh, ad platforms, types like hotel ads, and there's a new one which has popped out, which is in fact all-in-one performance max campaigns. These are also really good. They all of these are in one campaign type, so it's very very powerful way of putting your message in front of people. All right. Isn't Google Ads a waste of money? I've tried it and it never worked. Okay. Um, 98% of Google's revenue is generated through Google Ads or Google AdWords, as it used to be before. If it didn't work, I'm certain that the whole world would not be spending and investing money in Google Ads. It does work. It could be that you've not done it the right way. It may well be that you have hired somebody who doesn't know much about Google Ads, hasn't got much experience, but it's not only about Google Ads, it's about your product, your website, your offer, your prices as well. Google can send you unlimited amount of traffic to your website, but if you have got a website which is very slow, the user experience on their website is very bad. The pricing is not right for that audience, be it high or be it low. Where sometimes the cheap prices also don't work. It doesn't mean that you are cheap, you are going to get a lot of customers. In fact, quite often when you find that you're giving it away for free and people don't want it, so there must be something wrong in the offer, right? The headline, the copy, the video, there's so many different variables, and you got to go one thing at a time and exclude them from that list. So let's start from the ad. When the ad shows, is it being shown to the right people or the audience? If yes, and you're confident, yes, these are my keywords, or these are my target in market audience or custom audience, and I'm showing these people on my ads to them. The second thing you want to look at is, are they clicking on it or not? If they are clicking on it, that means they like what they see on the ad. And then the ball is in your court. Google has done its job. Google has sent that relevant person to your website. Now it is your response, well, the ability to convert it through a great offer, a great website. So, absolutely not. The other thing which most people feel that they are wasting a lot of money is during the testing phase. If you haven't run Google Ads before, you need to test first. Without testing, you don't know what's going to happen. Testing stage needs a certain amount of budget. it does not mean you are wasting money. What you need to do is you need to allocate a certain amount of budget which you are comfortable to throw at Google or spend on Google to buy that artificial intelligence from Google to see what's working and what's not working and cut out all the wastage going forward, and then keep on optimizing. So the optimization process does take a bit of time. If it was a case of what anyone switching on a campaign and making a profitable ROI from day one, then the whole world will be millionaires and we will not get any comments or questions like this on the internet that Google, Facebook is a scam, it doesn't work, they've spent all my budget, I didn't get any conversions, and so on. So you can't blame Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, and all these platforms. These are just channels and platforms which will where you can buy traffic. Once you buy traffic, you get through um, to your website and convert them. If you were a restaurant owner and you got thousands of people walking by and you're thinking, why aren't they coming inside? It could be that the decor is not right, the front door signage is not good, there's some kind of smell which is putting people off. So it's not the people outside, it's just that your restaurant is not what they where they want to go, or even if they do come in and your service is not good, food doesn't taste good or smell good, then there's lots of ways you will lose customers. And this is what happens when on Google, and especially when it's digital marketing, you got to check off all these boxes to make sure that your campaign and your sales funnel is fully optimized and there are no leakages in your sales funnel. And very few people pay any attention to setting up a really good sales funnel. All they do is switch on an ad campaign and expect miracles. So, in my humble opinion, no, it's not a waste of money. Okay, where are we? Okay, I can see some comments and questions coming in. So, yeah, please keep putting them in. I'll come to your questions. So, thanks, Danish and Tracy. I'll come to yours in a minute. I have a Google Ads campaign running, but I can't see my ads. Is my agency ripping me off? If you are one of those people who is searching for your keywords or your brand name every 2 minutes, don't do it because it is harming your campaign. What happens is if you keep doing that, your CTRs are going to go down, and Google will know, oh, this guy, whenever he searches, doesn't click on the ads. They're gonna stop showing you the ads, because with the smart bidding, Google is in the business of getting the right click so that they can get that conversion for the client. If they keep showing ads and you're not getting any conversions, yes, your impressions are going to go up, your CTR is going to go down, your quality score is going to suffer, your CPC is going to go high, your ad rank is going to go low. So many things is going to happen just because of you checking every 2 minutes on your phone or computer whether my ads are running or not. You can see in your dashboard how many impressions, how many clicks, CTR, all the data. You don't need to be obsessed about seeing your ads every 2 seconds. So no, the agency is not ripping you off just because you don't see your ads. If you really want to see, then you go to your Google Ads account and go to the ad preview tool under tools and settings, and that's how you will be able to see whether your ads are running or not without having any effect on your campaign. Do I need an agency to manage my Google Ads account? No, you can do it yourself. So there's two things you need to look at. First of all, have you got the time and the energy? Because it's not a case of set and forget and let it run. Yes, Google is going to run and spend all your money, whatever you're throwing at it, but you may not get the best results. So you need to weigh up the options. When you get an in-house person to manage your campaigns and budgets if you are spending a significant amount of money, or even if you're spending more money and you haven't got the time, then you most probably throwing money and wasting money on Google or Facebook or wherever. So you got option. You either do it yourself if you got the time, or if you don't have the cash to hire somebody, then you got to do it yourself. You need to learn Google Ads properly. That will require investing time. What would you rather do? Focus your energy on running your business or trying to learn digital marketing and Google Ads? The third thing, if you can't do it yourself, hire somebody, a freelancer, part timer, or an agency or an external person to manage your accounts. In question in reply to your question, no, you don't need to do this through an agency. You can run it yourself. I have lots of students who are successful business people, and they manage their own accounts. If your account is really well organized, you don't need to spend hours on end. And I'm talking about small budgets between $5,000 to $10,000 a month. You can easily optimize a campaign or an account between 15 to 20 minutes a day in the morning, and maybe 5-10 minutes in the evening, just to keep an eye on things, how it's doing. But other than that, you don't need to be sitting in the account and making changes, because it harms your account and your campaigns if you make too many changes, because you keep slamming the brakes every 2 minutes and making changes. Let it run once you made some changes. How do you charge for Google Ads management? So there are various ways you can charge. You can first of all charge by the hour. So lots of freelancers on sites like Upwork, uh, people, what's it called? People per hour, or online jobs, all these jobbing sites where they are freelancers, they will charge per hour. So you can do that, which is fine, but that's not recommended. I would not recommend that if you want to charge somebody for Google Ads. The other model is a fixed fee per month, monthly management fee. If you are doing that, then make sure that you have it in your terms or your contracts that if the scope of work increases, then your price also reflects that, and you should charge more and not charge the same amount. So let's say, for example, you are charging for running search ads only. Then the client wants you to run display, video, Gmail, and all these other ads campaigns. Obviously, there's more work to it. You can't charge the same fee. So then you increase your management fees. And the third way is, in my humble opinion, is the best way. It's a win-win situation for you and the client. It's a performance billing method where you charge a percentage of ad spend. So if you're charging, let's say, 15% of whatever the ad budget it is, and if that ad budget increases because you are giving them a good uh, giving them good results, then the client is going to say, yes, I want more leads, more sales. The budget is going to go from 5,000 to 10,000. So that 15% will reflect of that higher amount. So that's how I would recommend that you charge. Can I get more social media followers with Google Ads? So what you are looking for is more social proof. Facebook, Instagram, and all these other social platforms will have their own advertising platform where you can get followers from there. So if you want to get more followers on YouTube, then you can run on discovery ads, or you can put up high quality content. So right now I'm investing time, energy, resources in doing this live stream for free twice a week, right? Then we also upload videos at least once every weekday. We're putting in a lot of resources in content marketing and not necessarily Google Ads. But then we also, with the ads, we put fuel on the fire and accelerate that process so that my message is seen and heard by many more people. And you can do that with ads. So instead of waiting 2 months 2 years to get the same results, I can run ads and get the same results in six months or so. So absolutely yes, it's a great way to increase your brand awareness, branding, generate more leads, and eventually more sales with using Google Ads. Okay, I'm gonna hit this return a little bit. What does it mean that impressions are down but CTR has increased? So it's a very simple reply and answer to this. Impressions have gone up, that means more ads have run through. So you probably have either increased your budget, so more ads have run through, hence more impressions, or you reduce the bid, so you're getting more impressions for the same money. Click through rate has increased, which is good. That means your ads are performing better. Click through rate is CTR is click through rate, so it's the impressions divided by the number of clicks. So if you've got 1,000 impressions and you got 100 clicks, then you got 10% click through rate. The higher, the better you want it. And that's what it means. I beg your pardon, I read it the wrong way. Impressions are down, but CTR has increased. Yeah, I completely misread that. What that means is that your um, number of times your ads have been shown has gone down. So what that means is you probably tightened up your campaigns using possibly negative keywords, and you have taken out keywords or post keywords from the account which are wasting money or has got a very lower click-through rate, or they are wasting money and not converting. So you've taken those out. That means more budget has been released for the good clicks. So hence, even if the impressions are down, the CTR has increased, which is in my humble opinion, is a good thing. So yeah, apologies for misreading this. How much should my business spend on Google Ads? Oh, okay. How long is a piece of string? So the simple answer to this is, as I said earlier on, you need to test. I don't know your situation, whether you're starting a new campaign or you have been running campaigns before and you want to either go up or go down. If you are new, spend the amount of budget which you are comfortable to lose. Don't expect anything in return. And you say, okay, I've got this much money. I'm going to try, test it, and see what happens. If I don't get anything, I can live with it. But don't spend an amount which is going to really affect your business or your lifestyle. What I mean by that is that you are unable to pay your mortgage or your rent or your expenses or and all that. Never do that. Only play safe. Spend the money, test it. If you start to get returns, you want to reach the break even point as quickly as possible, because then it is self funding, it's self fulfilling. You don't need your cash flow will not get affected because it is paying for itself, right? You run ads, you get leads, you get customers pay you, you get a profitable return on investment, you put more money in Google, and you rinse and repeat. That's what I would do. The question should be, how quickly can I reach the break even point so that it doesn't affect me? And once you get a profitable and a positive ROI, budget should not come into question, because as long as you can keep on servicing those leads, or you have got enough stock to deliver to the customers, you keep on scaling it, because it's not affecting your cash flow at all. So what you want to do is to reach the break even as quickly as possible, and then keep on scaling. How can Google Shopping drive more sales and traffic? So this is for e-commerce websites. Google Shopping is one of the best ways to drive traffic and sales. You got smart shopping, you got video shopping ads. You can also run campaigns manually. You've also got this new Performance Max, which you can use to drive traffic. So Google Shopping ads is one of the best ways, in my humble opinion, to drive traffic and to generate leads. Because the beauty with Google with shopping ads is it has got the photo of the product, it's got the price and your brand name. So if you got high quality pictures, and this is really really important with shopping ads, the quality of the photos will make or break your campaign. And secondly, your feed has got to be optimized. Otherwise, it will not work, because Google needs to know that, if somebody is looking for a red apple, it will show you red apple. So, but it needs to look on your website. Shopping ads don't work with keywords. It works through the feed, through the Google Merchant Center. So make sure that the feed is all properly optimized. There are no issues in the Google Merchant Center, and the the better the housekeeping is in the Merchant Center, the better the results you are going to get through shopping ads. It's absolutely critical um, to keep that feed clean. Okay, let's go to the questions. If you haven't put any questions yet, then I would recommend that you do that now. I'm going to pull up the questions now. Da, 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 da. Okay. So the first question, okay, that's question number 2. Apologies. So the first comment is from Danish. Hello to you as well, my friend. How to do dynamic remarketing setup for a Shopify store? I tried it, but I have to edit that remarketing code and make it dynamic. Do you have that code so I can edit in my Shopify store? Yes, we have. I don't have it to hand right now, but the best way to do dynamic remarketing is through um, Google Analytics. You don't need to have anything else. You set up your audiences, and then you can set these up. And there's a smart campaign as well for display. You don't need to do anything else. It's super simple, and the smart campaigns will do the dynamic remarketing for you. So it's very very simple to do that. Let me find the link for you in the Google Support Center. And anytime you are not sure about anything, my go-to place is support.google.com and dynamic remarketing. Okay, let me see if I can put this in the message. There you go. I put that up on there. It will tell you everything you need to know about the dynamic remarketing, but it's super simple. Question 2. I'm gonna do that. For running iOS app promotion campaign, we need to install tracking code in the backend of our iOS app, so it can start tracking installs. I believe this is done through Firebase. We don't do a lot of app campaigns, so I'm not the right person to answer that for you. But I'm pretty certain that it is through Firebase. If you are not sure, I will also give you another resource. So this is our Facebook group. So by all means, join in. Request to join in for free. And there we've got over 220 odd people now. We just started a few days ago, and it's growing. The community is growing nicely. Like-minded professionals helping each other, asking for help as well in there. Asking there somebody um, be able to help you, and you'll probably connect with someone. Okay. Do you have any video article showing where exactly to place that install track on the back end for the iOS? No, I'm sorry, I don't have that. Again, go on to that support.google.com, and you'll be able to uh, find something over there which will help you. Okay, Tracy, hi. I was wondering if the click-through rate score on landing pages in Google Ads are based on the landing page keywords specifically. Okay, so the more relevant the search query to the keyword to the ad is, the higher the CTR is going to be. So if somebody's searching for red apples, the red apple keyword is triggered and matches that query, and the ad shows red apples. But if you put in your ad copy golden apples or green apples, then I'm less likely to click on the ad because I'm looking for red ones and not green or golden ones. So make sure that it's how you organize your keywords in your ad group. So if you were selling red, green, and golden apples, I won't put all three in the same ad group. I will make them in three different ad groups: red apple, green apple, golden apple. Then the ad will read, buy red apples here, buy green apples, buy golden apples. And that way your CTRs will be as high as it could be. Hey, Adam, good to see you here. Can you briefly explain customer match and how large does the list have to be? So you're talking about the customer segment, which used to be called used to be called custom intent and custom affinity. Now they put it all together. You will hear different replies from different people. Some say put 50 keywords in there. Some will say put 5. What I've done quite often is I made two custom audiences, one with 5 keywords and one with 50. Run them in separate ad groups and see the difference. Whichever one is working well, let it run. Whichever one is underperforming, switch it off. And then you will know that every time I put in 50 keywords in a custom segment, it performs well compared to 5. So I wouldn't go to 50, to be honest with you. Maybe 15 or 20 is more than enough, um, because the algorithm is now getting clever and clever. Okay, Mustafa Khan. So why only Google AdWords? I'm not sure what you're asking, my friend. If you can elaborate on that. You're most welcome, Danish. Okay, I think I've covered pretty much all the comments here. So if you haven't joined our Facebook group, then by all means join in here. I would love to see you over there and interact with you. Um, I'll just have one quick look. No, this is all good. So yeah, let's wrap things up. I hope you have a great weekend, and I shall see you back here on next Tuesday So till then, stay safe and goodbye.